Hello. Welcome back to your English listening practice. This is your 7th session. By now, English is not new to you. You recognize many sounds. You understand more than before. In this session, you will focus on real conversations. You will learn how confidence grows naturally. You will learn how English flows in daily life. As always, just listen calmly. No pressure, no translating. Let English come to you. Now, let us talk about real conversations. Real conversations are not perfect. People stop, people pause, people think. This is normal. You do not need perfect sentences. You need understanding. Now, imagine a simple conversation. Someone says, hello. You listen, you respond. You say, hello, how are you? The other person replies. You listen again. This is communication. Listening is always the first step. Now, let us talk about confidence again. Confidence does not mean speaking a lot. Confidence means feeling comfortable. Comfort comes from familiarity. Familiarity comes from listening. Now, listen to these natural responses. I see. I understand. That makes sense. Okay, got it. These short responses are very powerful. They show that you are listening. Now, imagine you are in a social situation. You meet someone new. You say, nice to meet you. Where are you from? The conversation continues. You do not rush. You do not panic. You listen carefully. This is confident behavior. Now, let us talk about fear one more time. Fear appears when you think too much. What if I make a mistake? What if they laugh? But remember this. Most people are kind. Most people appreciate effort. Trying is better than staying silent. Now, listen to this daily situation. You are asking for information. You say, excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for this place. This English is simple and polite. Now, imagine you are on the phone. You say, hello, this is me. Is now a good time to talk? I will call you later. Phone English is also simple. You do not need long sentences. Now let us talk about listening deeply. When you listen deeply, you understand emotions. You understand intention. This is advanced listening. Listening is not only words. Listening is tone. Listening is rhythm. This is why slow listening practice is powerful. Now listen to these natural phrases. Let me explain. What do you mean? Can you say that again? These phrases help real conversations. Now imagine a small disagreement. You stay calm. You say, I see your point, but I think differently. This is respectful English. Now let us slow down again. Take a deep breath. Relax your mind. Calmness improves understanding. Now let me tell you something important. You do not need perfect English to succeed in interviews or jobs. You need understanding. You need calmness. Listening daily gives you both. Now imagine your future interview. You feel relaxed. You understand the questions. You answer confidently. This future is very realistic because you are preparing now. Every listening session makes you stronger. Now listen to these calm thoughts. I am capable. I am prepared. I can communicate clearly. Positive thinking supports confidence. Now remember this. Interviews are conversations. Jobs are communication. And communication improves with listening. Now we are near the end of this session. You have completed 10 sessions. This is a big achievement. You should feel proud. But remember, this is not the end. This is a habit. Every day, listening, understanding, responding, one step at a time. By now, you are familiar with English sounds. You feel calmer while listening. You understand more without effort. In this session, you will learn English through simple stories. Stories help your brain relax. Stories help you remember language naturally. As always, just listen. Don't translate. Don't repeat. Let the story flow. Now listen carefully. Stories are powerful. They connect words with feelings. They connect language with life. When you listen to a story, your brain stays focused longer. This is why stories are great for listening practice. Now listen to the first story. Every morning, Adam wakes up early. He opens his window and takes a deep breath. The air is fresh and calm. He prepares his breakfast slowly. He drinks tea and thinks about his day. Adam is learning English. Every morning, he listens to English for 30 minutes. He does not rush. He does not feel pressure. He knows learning takes time. While listening, he does other things. Sometimes he walks, sometimes he rests. Slowly, English becomes familiar to him. One day, he notices something. He understands sentences without translating. This makes him smile. Now, pause in your mind. Imagine this story. Now, listen again. Maria works in an office. She uses English at work. At first, she was afraid. She did not speak much. She listened carefully. Every day, she listened to English videos. She listened to simple conversations. One day, her manager spoke to her in English. Maria listened calmly. She understood the message. She replied slowly and clearly. Her manager smiled. From that day, Maria felt more confident. She learned an important lesson. Listening creates confidence. Now, think about this story. Confidence did not come from speaking fast. Confidence came from understanding. One evening, David met a new person. They talked casually. The other person spoke English. David listened carefully. He did not interrupt. When it was his turn, he spoke slowly. He used simple words. The conversation was smooth. David felt happy. He realized something. Simple English works. Now, listen to this message carefully. You do not need big vocabulary. You need clear understanding. Stories teach this naturally. Sarah wanted to learn English quickly. She watched many videos. She felt tired. Then she changed her method. She started listening calmly. No pressure, no stress. Every day, just listening. After some weeks, she felt improvement. She understood more. She felt relaxed. She learned patience. Now listen carefully. Patience is a powerful learning tool. Fast learning creates stress. Calm learning creates results. Now slow down a bit. Take a deep breath. Listen to these sentences. Learning is a process. You are in the process. You are moving forward. Every listening session helps, even when you feel tired. Now imagine yourself listening to English easily. You understand conversations. You feel confident. You do not translate. You do not panic. English is part of your life. This future is very close. By now, English is becoming part of your routine. You listen more calmly. You understand more naturally. In this session, you will focus on daily life fluency. You will learn how English fits into normal life. As always, just listen. No pressure, no translating. Now listen carefully. English is not only for exams. English is not only for jobs. English is for daily life. When you wake up, you think about your day. You can think in simple English. I need to get ready. I have work today. I will manage my time. This is natural thinking. Now imagine you are outside. You meet someone. You say, "Hello, how is your day going?" This is friendly English. Now let us talk about small talk. Small talk is important. It builds comfort. You say, "The weather is nice today." "It is very busy today." Simple sentences create connection. Now imagine you are shopping. You say, "How much is this? Do you have another color?" This is practical English. Now listen to this important idea. Fluency grows in small moments, not in big lessons. Every short conversation helps. Now let us talk about calm speaking. When you stay calm, your English becomes clearer. Slow speech shows confidence. You do not need to rush. Now imagine someone asks you a question. You pause. You think. You answer. This pause is powerful. Pauses are normal. Now listen to these daily expressions. Give me a moment. Let me check. I will let you know. These phrases help real communication. Now let us slow down. Take a deep breath. Feel relaxed. Learning works better when you feel safe and calm. Now imagine your future daily life. You use English naturally. You do not think too much. This is fluency. Now remember this. Daily listening builds daily confidence. Keep listening. Thank yourself for this practice. In this session, you will learn how to express problems, how to share opinions calmly, and how to think clearly in English. As always, just listen carefully. Now listen carefully. Life is not always perfect. Problems happen. English helps you explain problems calmly. Now imagine there is a small issue. You say, "There is a small problem. I am working on a solution." This is professional English. Now imagine you need help. You say, "Could you please help me? I would appreciate it." This is polite English. Now let us talk about opinions. Everyone has opinions. Sharing opinions calmly is a skill. You say, "I think this is a good idea. In my opinion, this will work." These phrases are powerful. Now imagine someone disagrees. You stay calm. You say, "I understand your point, but I see it differently." This is respectful communication. Now listen to this truth. Good English is not loud. Good English is clear. Now imagine a discussion. You listen first, you understand, then you speak. This is strong communication. Now slow down again. Take a deep breath. Relax your body. When English becomes a habit, you stop worrying. You listen daily. You use English naturally. This is the goal. Now let us talk about discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. You listen even on tired days. You listen even when busy. This builds strong fluency. Now imagine your English 1 year from now. You understand without effort. You speak with confidence. You feel relaxed. This long-term success comes from habits you are building now. Now listen to this important idea. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Consistency beats talent. Now slow down again. Take a deep breath. Feel proud of yourself. You are still here. You did not quit. This matters. Now imagine your English journey. You started slow. You stayed patient. This patience creates results. Now let me remind you again. Listening is your strongest tool. Use it daily. English will grow quietly.